Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I'm here standing by the edge of Victoria Harbor. A glorious golden afternoon it is, and I have a very special thing to show you guys. Well, this package arrived to me earlier today, just a couple hours ago, and you may be wondering, what could it have been, Frankie Tech? What could it have been? Well, I'm going to show it to you now. It was none other than the Redmi Note 9. Oh yeah, and your first look on Frankie Tech of the Redmi Note 9. There it is, and let's go ahead and tear this plastic off. But before we do, let me share the story here. So Xiaomi has sent this phone over to me to review, and so thanks once again to Xiaomi for sending this over. Very excited about this phone because not only is this one, I think, of the best low cost deals on a Redmi phone, this device is absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know, Xiaomi, if you knew that green was my favorite color, but you sent me the green version of the phone. As we can see here, 48 megapixel AI quad camera, 5020 milliampere capacity for this base model, $200 US. And I got, for example, right here, you can see the 4GB 128 gigs of storage version, so that one's kind of at a suggested price of $249 US. 6.53 inch full HD dot display with Gorilla Glass 5, and we have another MediaTek chipset here, Helio G85, which is a 12 nanometer process chip. And so I've had some good experiences with MediaTek recently, so let's see if this phone is no different. Now let's go ahead and open this up here. I have reviewed the Redmi Note 9S, but this is a completely new phone on the channel. And here we go, taking off this plastic. Oh yeah, such a nice feeling. Let's go ahead and tear off the sticker on the back. And we're just gonna give a first impressions here of this phone. Design, it is looking absolutely stunning. A glossy plastic edge, but you can see this beautiful green color. What's the name of this color? Forest green. So it's a very deep kind of green, and I think it looks really nice. One thing you see here is the fingerprint scanners on the back. We haven't seen that in a while on a phone, but I will tell you guys, the fingerprint scanner on the back, I prefer over the one on the side. If I had to pick one, I would still pick the one on the back. Now let's look at this design though. It looks very nice, very good build quality, similar to what I've seen on the Redmi 10X recently. And now let's talk about this display. It is a gorgeous display. Now it is though LCD. Now I typically have not been a huge fan of LCD phones, but at this price point, guys, of $200 US base, $249 for this model, I can overlook it if one thing is right. And let's have a look at it right here. There we see it. Yeah, it looks really good so far, and I'm kind of glad to see that we have this punch hole on the side. It's a little bit different than the one that was in the center for the Redmi Note 9S or Note 9 Pro, but initial experience with the display, I think on white point, it looks pretty good, and the colors do pop off the display as well. If you want to have an even more saturated look on your LCD Xiaomi phone, just go to color scheme. Just go to saturate colors. It'll make the display a little bit warmer, but it'll also make the colors pop. And for 200 bucks, I'm not upset about this whatsoever. Performance, this is the big question mark with this new processor on this phone. I've never tested it before. We have the Helio G85. Now it is a 12 nanometer process, but I've had some really good experience with a lot of MediaTek's processors recently, namely this Dimensity 820. And yes, this is going to be a lower cost chipset, but I think it should offer ample experience. I'm going to have to kind of put it through the paces though to see, but initial impressions, this feels very fluid. And the best thing about this is that it is rocking Google built-in, fully integrated out of the box. So that's why this global version, as we can see right there, is the one to get if you're going to pick this up. Talking about audio, we do have you see there, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, USB-C, single bottom firing speaker. And I will say this green is like a really deep green. It's really nice in this light, I must say. Now talking about camera, and let's do it, guys, the classic Frankie Tech camera shot. But we're gonna do it a little special here. We're gonna take this over. Let's see if we can do it. Take it over here. And let's take a shot of this just gorgeous sunset here. Absolutely a beautiful time for filming. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And let's kind of turn the camera around here a little bit. Look at these gorgeous trees in the distance there. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look at that. One more, 3, 2, 1. There we go. People are running, doing their jogging right now. You know how it goes. Anyway, let's have a look at the results and bring it back here. And that looks really good. That looks really good. All coming out of this 48 megapixel AI camera. Now this is a 13 megapixel in-display front camera, as we see here. But on the back, we have a quad camera setup on this phone. So I'll be curious to see if this is the same 48 megapixel sensor that we've been seeing recently, the OmniVision sensor. But so far, you see the detail looks really good, really solid. And it captured, let's see here, the details in the distance. There's Kowloon Peak in the distance, you can see, and this is the eastern corridor here that runs by North Point, which is where I am right now. But those shots look really promising, and considering the price point, like I said, once again, guys, of around $200 US for the base 3 gigabyte, 64 gigs of storage version, and this being the 4128 version, I think you have a lot of phone for a very good price. And once again, thank you to Xiaomi for sending this one out. I will be giving this the full Frankie Tech treatment. And hit me up in the comments, any questions, any comments you have about this Redmi Note 9 in particular. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future updates. I think this time I'm gonna leave it on the back of the phone because it's just looking absolutely stunning here. And that's it. That's it for this one. This is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.